What's up, Rep Sneakers? I see a lot of people asking, who has the best TS1 badge? Who's got the best suede? And I don't think anybody knows the answer to that question, and I definitely don't. What I do know is that I got two badges in front of me right now, and I'm going to do a little bit of a comparison, maybe help you decide which badge is right for you. Because the fact of the TS1 is that no rep factory is ever going to get these perfect. Never, ever, ever. I mean, hold me to that. So what you really got to consider is just what batch has the features or the details that you want. So let's get into it. And I think the first thing, the most important thing that I want anybody to get out of this review or this comparison is sizing. You might notice looking at these that it looks like Bigfoot tried to step into the OGs and kind of blew them the fuck out. And I am Bigfoot. This is my doing. And allegedly, both of these are 10.5s. But I'll just tell you, these are not 10.5s. These fit small, they are too narrow, and if you decide to go with your OG batch, you should probably go half a size up. If you are someone in the comments, you've bought OG before, yours fit true to size, I'm happy for you. I'm glad that worked out. For me, I'm kind of sad because you know what, I really like these, and I just can't wear them because they don't fit. On the other hand, Cocos fit true to size. They fit great. I'll leave it at that. Let's get around to the suede, because I think that's the real thing people are focusing on with these TS1s. And you've probably seen them too, all the videos of people going like this with their suede. These are all fresh out the box, not brushed. And you know what? I'll tell you, man, the suede's pretty good on both. I really don't think you should stress about the quality of the suede when deciding between these. What you should focus on is color. As you might be able to see here, your GD is a little more of a light mocha brown, and the brown on the OG is just a little more rich, little more dark. And down to the midsole, these are both sail. The midsole's supposed to be sail, not white. But I think that the GD is just slightly more sail if you really pay attention to it. But you know what? This is a matter of preference, not a matter of perfection. So you decide what's got the right color, and also consider that lighting can change these things. It is just the nature of the suede that is used on these shoes. Another big thing people focus on is the embossing that you've got here. Now, I'm very fortunate that on both of my pairs, the embossing is very consistent. Looks great on both. But this is not a batch issue. This is a QC thing. If these little sicko man faces, whatever they're called, are important to you, be judicious in your QC, because retails get them wrong, and you better believe reps are going to get them wrong. So if they don't look perfect, like you can see on the GD here, it's a little less, little less fine there. It's a little faded. That's just the way it is, man. To me, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I think they both look pretty damn good, and I don't think you should lose sleep over it either. One detail you might lose a little bit of sleep over is the 3M reflective Cactus Jack that's on the medial size of these shoes. Now, this is a really easy comparison because, you might be able to tell, Coco just doesn't have it. Coco's got the Cactus Jack in there, but the shit's just not reflective. And I mean no disrespect to Coco sneakers, but I mean, I call it like I see it, man. The reflective quality on the medial side of the OGs is great. Looks good. Looks especially good if you take a flash photo. And it's just not there with Cocos. If that is important to you, then keep that in mind, because with Coco, you're just not getting it, straight up. You're getting a shoe that I think is more comfortable, does a few things better, but you're just literally not getting that. And, there are other things like shape. I mean, the shape is virtually the same, man. I would not stress about that between these. And another smaller detail I know a lot of people like to stress about is your Wings logo. And this is another one of those parts where neither batch is perfect. On the GDs, you get a Wings logo that is a little too small, but has good placement. And on OG, you're gonna get wings that are a little too low in terms of placement, but are sized correctly. And that's just the way it is. I'm very confident this is a batch flaw. I have not seen OGs with, perfectly placed wings. That is just the way it is. And similar to the embossing on the heel, these swooshes are a gamble, man. Again, this is a thing retails cannot get right. Even Nike QC can't nail these things. So don't lose sleep if your swooshes are slightly misaligned, or, maybe like you can see here, the OG is a little more frayed. The cuts just aren't as clean. To some people, that's a big deal. To me, I don't care. On the GDs though, I mean, look at this. It's very clean. Stitching is very, very sharp. Looks great. But it is up to you to decide whether you are gonna red light a pair because the stitching's not perfect. And if you are, gonna be upset about that, red light that shit, dude. Don't buy shoes that you don't want and you're not gonna wear. I know a lot of people stress about your tongue tags. Maybe I can alleviate that by saying both the tongue tags look fine, man. The size here in this middle part might be a little bigger, which I believe is closer to retail on the OGs. Tiny bit smaller on your GDs. GD feels a little flimsier, a little less puffy. OG is a little closer to an authentic feeling tongue, a little more substantial, a little puffier. But you know what? These are both great batches. And there's a lot of stuff like your toes. Let me see if I can get these set up in a way to where they won't flop over. The toe boxes on these, man, it's gonna be hit or miss by the pair, not by the batch. Again, GD on your right, OG on your left. Don't green light a pair of shoes that you don't want. Simple as that. The last thing, just a little observation. I don't know if this is important, but the smell. Coco's smells like a Nike outlet. Can't say much more than that. But I never knew the foo-foo rep smell till I got a pair of Howe's OGs. And whew, man, these things are pungent. They look good, but you know what? They just kind of stink, man. Maybe if that's important to you, keep that in mind. To me, I don't think it's worth stressing about. Just an observation. Overall, thanks for bearing with this guerrilla style, one take, no editing, no studio lighting sort of comparison. Hopefully this helps you out. And because they don't fit, I'm probably going to end up giving away these OG Travis Scott ones from Mr. Howe. Technically they're 10.5 in my opinion. I think they really are more like 10s. So if you wear a 10, if you've got a buddy that wears a 10, leave a comment. I don't really know how I'm going to decide who wins. Could just do it randomly. I think I might decide who who says the funniest insult, who insults my beautiful rose background, or maybe says that I got finessed because the brown stitching is like a millimeter short. Whoever makes the funniest comment might win too. But you know what? It's a gamble. Most of all though, just don't red light a pair of fucking shoes you don't want, and wear your damn reps, dude. Don't let these sit on a shelf. You're buying the cheap shoes for a reason. Wear it with confidence. I know that's kind of the meme, but I mean, man, both of these are beautiful. They are so close that you would never be able to distinguish them unless you've got them right next to a retail pair. So do your thing. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.